with
All right.
everything and anything.
Turn this
and
down a little bit.
really
Watching
interesting.
old heavy
This-
cardboard.
I'm not sure I could even tell you what.
Edward and his guest are doing
and that's fair, right? Like,
rapid
all
final
of
thoughts.
the importance.
But number one, if you're into gaming at all, heavy cardboard. Go into it. I mean, any game you want, this guy is doing it. He is the god of wargaming, old Edward, right there. He's done a whole week's worth. You know, I mean, I've played a week's worth, but I only do it maybe 15, 20 minutes each one. But he loves the game. He's given his review, and for the type of game it is, I'd say it's probably the best game of the year. But it's not Hex and Counter, but it's a great game, and all you need to do is watch old Edward, heavy cardboard, and his wrap up and final thoughts. I think we'll finally come to the same conclusion. Mr. Billingsley hit it out of the park. We'll be back. All right, ready to continue on with some victory games, Central America, and I am playing scenario 5, the Contra Drive. We are ready to open us up some more vassal logs because I am playing against an opponent in this game. It's usually a solo gaming channel, solitaire channel, but we have put out feelers, and every once in a while we get a opponent game going on. They don't last long, but I don't know what happened with my Command and Colors tournament. I quit getting emails from them. I think I did get an update, but I don't know. Not that it happened, but I got a sneaky suspicion it kind of dissolved because I don't know. Maybe it just went on to the playoffs or something, but I haven't been in contact. I got a hold of the tournament director and told him my opponent was unavailable. He wouldn't answer my emails, and it's been crickets ever since. So it's a nice concept. I mean, it's good to play for if you're really casual and you just want to, maybe get yourself a little banner. I don't know if you even gets a T-shirt or something. You just get the title, but it's you don't really put any skin into the game. And I think if you collected entry fees and you had money to play for, I think it might increase participation. That's the way it's been with fantasy sports. I don't know if you look at my channel that much, but you see I do a lot of that fantasy sports, daily fantasy sports, and you got year-long leagues. But it was always my experience that people that played for fun, usually unless you're in first place, dropped out after the first half of the season or third quarters. You're just playing for free. But if you got skin in the game and you got money dedicated, you're making moves, and that's just basic way human nature is, I guess. But let's move on. My opponent will skip the first insurgency to spam and face. Oh, and another shout out. I don't know if you see my video, but old Edward and heavy cardboard did a week long, and it takes you about a week to play this game, I think. But he did a week long. And I think he only went through maybe a year or two. I think he made it up to midterm election, so he did 2 years in a week. And he's given a great review, and he loves it. He loves that game, and I like it so far, and I haven't played it as long as he has. So, could be the game of the decade. And like I said, it's not a hex and counter game, so it depends on what your nair is. I guess is what the word I'm looking for, GNARE or whatever. What kind of nair you want to, or I don't know. Ooh, what am I looking for? Type of game, your relevance. All right, let's go on here before I get more brain-tied. Air mission phase. Let me go check out his vlog. And this is really important because he's got transport helicopters. He's got Hind-D gunships. He's got ground attack aircraft available in his 2 air groups. Oh, we're having air group 2. That's kind of goofy. Let me check that out here real quick. Went to air group 1 and 3. Here's your air group 1. Let me see here. I might have that messed up. Air group 1 and 2, yeah. No air group 3. These guys need to move over because he's only got 2 air groups. An air group here, 1, and air group 2. These units here must have got moved over, so I scooped on over. All right, that is it. It's been a while since we sat down. Let me see what he has cooking. It'll be really interesting to see what's up. He's moved all his ground forces. Like I said, if I recall correctly, he hasn't got much going on because of his reinforcement hex. One hex out of the whole board, he can bring out reinforcements. They made the scenario what it is. But and here's the spot. You can see we're contesting. We'll be back with air missions for the FSLN. All we're back. And the word of the day is genre. Good there. I'll tell you, you talk to my girlfriend, I would crack her up the way I try to pronounce words so much. But yeah, but I think it's genre. So it depends on what genre you're in. If it's more of a Dungeons and Dragons type, I don't know if you'd even compare that to Mr. President or Hex Encounter. Whatever genre is up your alley. Okay, air missions. He has committed some high D gunship companies to a couple of his battles he's got going on there. Also has a paradrop we have to resolve against my engineers unit. Not good. But what we're going to look at now is I noticed that he has a air unit from Air Group 2, which would be, which one are we at here? This air group right here. So he will launch from right here. Sorry, bad camera work, but we have all kinds of things in our stack. And we'll find out where the target is and what it is, what kind of mission. We'll be back. All right, we have a joint mission involving 2 air units, a P-51 and an SF-350. Now that can't be a close support mission because you can only assign 1 unit per. You can have a maximum of +3 combat gyro modifiers, but it has to be a unit. And we'll look at that number to the lower left-hand corner with a 3. So so that can't be a close air support mission. It's going to have to be a bombardment mission. So he's going after a certain unit in the Hex. He wants to deliver at least, to have any effect, 3 bombardment points, and that's what he's delivering there. And I will show you this here in a second. All right, the Communist Player 8, you want to come down here, and he'll be maybe bombarding a ground unit. I don't know what else he would be bombing unless he's going for a installation. So if he's going after a ground unit, he needs at least 3 factors, and that's what he's got. I don't know where he would go after this air facility. Yeah, he could damage it. We'd need a 5 or a 6 to damage it. On this one here, he needs a 5, 6, or 7, but there's modifiers. The key is, what is the target of his, I guess, bombardment mission? If he does a close air support, I'll have to protest, because you can only use 1 air unit on a close air support mission, so we'll be right back. Alright, air mission marker took off from the 2nd air group right there, and his target is right here against my engineers unit that I definitely noticed they kept out in the open. Didn't know if he was going to make a good move for it. I would have thought maybe he might have used more of his assets for down here, but we already got a paradrop or a helicopter assault we have to resolve, and he's sending 3 bombardment points to this Hex. So we will have to resolve his bombardment mission first, and we will be rolling a communist dice on a vassal wall. I'll show you what the results are in a second. I think we're looking for a low number, so I'm glad I got this on here, because it usually ends up being whatever this number is for some strange reason. So I think we're looking for a low number. Let me see here. Yeah, he's looking for a we'll find out what the die roll is. Be right back with the results of his bombardment mission. Another thing is, I can intercept. Number one, I don't have, I guess I could within 3 hexes of that electronic warfare unit. I'd have to look at the procedures, but that's moot. Beyond the point anyway, is because I don't have any interceptors. All I got are ground attack aircraft. Now, if Honduras is in the war, they have a bunch of interceptors, but they're not in the war yet because their territory hasn't been violated. So we'll be back with the results of the bombardment mission. I'm hoping for a low number. The communist player is hoping for a high number, and there are modifiers, so we'll be right back. Alright, high number. Let's see what the modifiers for Allied bombardments, Allied air units were attacked by Nicaragua. Nope, that wasn't it. Ground unit occupies a fort of entrenchment. No. Optional ground rule. Gyro modifiers. We use all these. Incinerating bombs. Communist tank unit. Target occupies a swamp, forest, or jungle. Mountain Hex. No. He is in the rough Hex, so that's not good. So I don't think we get any modifier, do we? Oh, target swamp. Oh. I'm almost SAM site. Okay, that's not it. So grounded aquifer. No, there will be no modifiers. With a 5 is a 1. So my CIA engineer unit must take a step loss. Oh. Let me see here. In fact, one unit takes a step loss, unit takes the step loss is destroyed, blah, 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 blah. Alright. So anyway, 5 result. Step loss. Be right back. Not good. FSLN sent up a couple air units for a strike against my CIA engineers. And they are going to, let me see here, suffer a step loss. Alright, now he says he wants to do it in order, which is fine with me. I mean, it's the way it makes sense. But that air mission would have went first. Now we're going to resolve a paradrop on that hex. That's the way this looks. Alright, you see this big old transport just had it can be called either a helicopter assault or a paradrop. If it was in a city, it can only be a helicopter assault. Paradrop didn't come in with parachutes. You know, you pretty well know what I mean if you know anything about war games. But yeah, a great move for the FSLN player. Getting a good die roll. It's what you need in all games, is good die rolls. But he just inflicted if I lose that unit, that'll be a big loss. So it's not looking good. Let's see what the result of the paradrop or helicopter assault is. I'll have to be specific, so I'll find out what it is. But so far, we'll be right back. All right, we come over here to the communist player booklet, and here you go. Now the key thing is the combined defense strength of enemy units. So that is we're looking down here at the 1, which is the best table for him. No effect. The unit is placed in hex with no damage. 1, the transport unit takes 1 step loss, blah, 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 blah. 2 step losses. Alright, that's this result here. Die roll modifiers, paradrop into enemy zone of control. That's a +1. That is a positive. Paradrop into a hex with enemy units. Yes. So that's a 3. Are not cumulative, and a higher modifier is used. All right, so instead of a +3, he's getting a +2. Paradrop or helicopter assault, it don't make a difference. The only time it would make a difference, like I said, is if it's in a city. You couldn't do the paradrop, and it'd have to be a helicopter assault. But in this case, it don't make no difference. So he'll be rolling with his die roll with a +2 die roll modifier, and I'm looking for a high result. We'll be back with the V-logged die roll. All right, it is a 7, 8, 9. No, I mean a 7, 8 +2. Ooh. So let's see this. The transport unit takes 1 step loss. Transport helicopter for the helicopter takes 1 step loss also. Alright, so I guess he's still placed. Alright, well, he gets a step loss. And does he remain in the hex? We will have to look under the paradrop rules, but yeah. Got shot up against my CIA engineer units. We will be back. Oh, a step loss also for the helicopter, they said, so we'll flip him over too. Oops, wrong way. Okay, hex is all set. Everybody in this hex is reduced to 1 step. Let me see if the helicopter result is successful or if they have to retreat. We'll be right back. Alright, well, they got shot up going in there, but now it'll be a regular combat. And the only difference is that unlike most combats where this paradropped unit has to attack every enemy unit that's next to it, which would be, let me see here if we got this right. Yeah. Alright, so instead of a regular combat would he would have to soak off with this unit. When the combat comes up, he only attacks the engineer's unit and that hex. That's the only exception to the soak off rules. So there you go. When it comes up to the combat phase, we are still in the air mission phase. So there you go. That was the result. These are all results of air missions, where he went in there with a paradrop, and my engineer's unit just got reduced with a FSLN airstrike. So FSLN airstrike preceded the helicopter assault, we'll say. So there you go. And when the helicopter assaulted in there, the transports and the units were reduced. So it was a bloody assault. Alright, that's narrative on that one. Let's get this straightened out. Having a great time with this game. And I gotta open up the vlog and go in the other room and find out if there's any more air missions to come. We'll be back. FSLN air mission phase. Alright, then coming out of Air Group 1 is an air mission marker. And it consists of, you can see here, Air Group 1 and F-51A. And what is it going to do? Bombardment? Well, it's only one mission marker, so we will see. But what is the destination of the air mission? We'll be back. Alright then, I guess there will be an attack there. Didn't know for sure if there was, but the air mission marker will stop there and will be replaced by a, ooh, are we gonna be able to do this? Gyro modifier, +1 for the attacker in the upcoming combat phase. That is it. I don't know if he's got any more. Well, yep. How many units is he? Oh, he's got a couple, 2 or 3 more units. All got to come out of Air Group 1 now. We'll be back. See if there's any more air mission markers. Alright then, moving from the available to the used A33 air mission marker, starting from this air group. And where is its destination? Alright, it is down there, delivering a close air support marker on that combat coming up. This is going to be a good combat. It is trying to relieve that pocket so you can bring in reinforcements if it's successful. It'll be definitely a game momentum swing in his favor. Alright, we are not done because I see at least 1, maybe 2. 0, 0, 1, 0. So only 1 more unit left. We'll use it for interceptions for my turn, or some more close air support. We'll be back. Alright, Steven. No units for interceptions, giving me air superiority in my combat phase. But from Air Group 1, his last year air unit, taken off from Air Group 1 and its destination would be curious. Now the thing of it is, I'm trying to see here. Alright, let's find out where his target is. We'll be right back. Going against my CIA unit. Wow. Alright, that was kind of surprising. We'll move the marker, place it for this, and when we come back, we will look, and hopefully we have some, I don't know if that's going to be it. I'll look at the vlog, but I don't think he has any more units anywhere for do anything, so that'll have to be it. We will move to the ground attack phase, I believe, when we come back. I don't know if I'm going to call this a video or not. I've got to get over there to that Mr. President table. That's a nice little easy game. It's a little bit more kicked back. This one here, it's a little bit more thoughtful and strategizing. I mean, like I said, they're different genres. not Gnares. How the hell is that spelled anyway? Gnare. Genre. Oh, that's a weird one. But anyway, it depends on what your genre is. We'll be back. Having a great time. Some Hex Encounter war game. FSLN ground combat phase for turn number 4 of a 12-turn game. And they've got some battles here going on. We can count, grab my old pointer here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No combats going on over here in the west where the main victory points are. It's mostly, and so far, a matter of him trying to get this Metagalpa city out of Contra zones of control so he can bring in his reinforcements, which haven't been able to be brought in since turn number 1 or 2, because I've projected a zone of control into that hex. When you do that, you can't bring on reinforcements, and unfortunately in this scenario, that's the only hex you can bring them in at. So we'll get on with the combats. I'll open me up some vlogs, and not like a nice easy Sunday when everything's taken care of and you have some time for some more gaming. We'll be back. Alright, attack number 1 we got down here. He's trying to take back the support of Rama. I just captured. He's got, I can see some Special Forces paratroopers in there. We'll count them out together for the attack factors. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I believe 7. This one down here is a step lost unit. Yeah, so we'll have 7 attack factors going against my... Oof, bring it over here. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and the CIA unit. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you count this bottom number here, 6, 7. All right, it's a 1-to-1 attack, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure I got our numbers right. We'll be right back. All right, my mistake, 9 versus 7, so it'll be a 1-to-1 attack in the rough terrain. As the terrain attack is going on, and let me zoom on out here now. I'll also get a chance to stay there because it's a port. We'll look all this up again, but I'm pretty sure if I get a retreat result, I'll be able to stay because of a port. We're in rough terrain with a 1-to-1 attack as the initial combat ratio. There you go. Rough terrain. Alright, now they will be modified as follows. The old modifier sheet. There is no artillery. They get a column shift if there's artillery involved in the battle. Engineers, no. Special forces, yes. So we got special forces here and here. I got special forces also. Make sure we got all that. Yeah, there you go. So that'll negate each other. No column shift for that. Tank, attack, helo. I do have. So that'll give me a column shift in my favor. And that'll pull that initial current 1 step my way. All right. CIA electronic warfare ground unit. Nope, he is way far away over here, and he's got his own attack to contend with. Well, that'll be it for the column shifts, so we're doing good on that. All units attacking across river, and this is for die roll modifiers. Fortunately for him, he has this unit here that is on the right side and negates any penalty. All right. -2 for fort and entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, so we get a -1. We're loving that already. An insurgency unit is included in defense. There is, so that'll be a -2. Each bombardment point delivered. So there you go. We're at -1. And an insurgency unit is included in the attack. And there is, so that'll be a die roll with no die roll modifiers. There you go. Here we are. With no die roll modifier. We are looking for the when we come back, we'll have the white or the red die for the communist combat, and we will show you what the result of the vlog was, with a little bit less than a 1-to-1 attack and no die roll modifiers. So the communist player will be definitely looking for a 6 number. We'll change this over to a 1 because whenever I do that, it always comes out. Yeah, so we're looking for a low number. We'll be right back. All right, we got to keep that up. We got to keep that up. It is a 1 result. We'll be back here. Yeah, there's something going on with that die if it's loaded or something. We'll see when we go with our next rolls. But current combat ratio with a 1, not good for the communist player. And look at this. We'll take that any day. So on the attack on Rama, he has to take a step loss and retreat 2 hexes for the forces going around Rama. That is not what he wanted. Let me see where he retreated his forces. We'll be right back. And I'm about to add a little commentary on my vlog. You can do that. When you send it up, there's a little text spot at the top. We go back and forth. We'll be right back. All right, then post-combat retreat for the attacker. It was a badass attack. I guess going across the river, he had a tactical air support coming on down, but the CIA unit, it didn't matter if it made a difference. It was a 1-to-1 attack, a little bit less than 1-to-1 attack, which is kind of bad for him anyway, but he's having my kind of luck on the old die roll, which I told him on my vlog text. So yeah, it's good to see. Well, not really good to see, but kind of bad luck going around, bad die rolls all around. So anyway, we're down here now. This CIA unit, they started off the turn and turn 4 and ready position. That's a ready position. Now he was just used in a close combat support mission defensively, so we will rotate him. Ouch, ouch, and more ouches. This way. Do some housekeeping. I'll be right back. Alright, so the end of it looks something like this. There you go. I'm in a good position. That's a strong hex. Really strong hex. Especially with that CIA unit and the Special Forces. I'd like to do some damage. Going down here to Bloomsfield when it comes to my turn, but we'll see what happens. We will go to the next combat. Open up the vlog and see which one is next. But yeah. Ooh, disastrous attack on the Rama port from across the river, even with close combat support and Special Forces. A bunch of regular units, but they got drove back because of CIA Chinook and other factors, our Special Forces. Alright, next attack will be, go check out the vlog, we'll be right back. Alright, next attack that comes up is against this hex here. We'll count the attack factors. 2, 3, 4, and Matagalpa. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're up to 8. His helicopter is providing another 2, so that's 10 attack factors. And I have inside of the hex here, let's look. There's a defense, civilian military assistance. Ooh. We got a couple units that are taking hits. So 10 versus a 2, 3, 4. That's a 2-to-1. Ouch. Yep, 2, 3, 4. We don't have anybody else in defense. That's a good attack. 2-to-1, and he's got lots of column shifts. We'll be back. Alright, the 2-to-1 attack coming from all these hexes. Now, every unit in this hex is taken apart except for that infantry unit you see on top, so it's just support units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, where did I get 10 from? I better do this over. Alright, let me make sure it's right. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, I maybe counted him. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack factors. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but still a 2-to-1, so it makes no difference on that. Let me check everything out. We'll be right back. All right, then it's a little bit better. We got everything straightened out. It is still a 2-to-1 attack. He's got this infamous on the cover of the box, Hind D Gunship Company. Our battalion looks like it's 2. I think it's a battalion. So he's got a battalion of Hind Ds. 2-to-1 attack will be, and it is in the rough terrain. So we start out here with a 2-to-1 as the initial combat ratio. Alright, now, this looks like a good attack. I don't see, let's go on through this together. Artillery, the communist player does have artillery. So there'll be 1 shift in his attacker favor. So initial goes the current. Alright, engineers. He qualifies for that column shift also. So there you go. If he clears this area of its own to control, that'd be a big shift in the communist favor. We'll see how we deal with that. But he's got a shift there. Special Forces. Oh, do we see special? I don't think we got any Special Forces there for him. Yeah. Nope, no Special Forces. So that's cool. Oh, you know what? Oh. Well, it's okay, I'm good. I was going to say, this hex has to attack there too, but this is Contra units. Alright, tank, no. Attack helo, yes. So it's going all the way up here. He's turned that into a 4-to-1 attack with all his column shifts. That's the way you do it in this game. But the last column shift. It's for the CIA Electronic Warfare Ground Unit, and he is there, right here within 3 hexes, so we'll be able to take one back. So with that back one, so it's down to a 3-to-1 attack. It's still a great attack. All right, now for the all-important die roll modifiers. Attacking across the river hex? No. That unit there negates it. Did that one right. Fort and entrenchments? No. City, town, or port? No. It's just a village. An insurgency unit included in defense? Yes, so it's a -1. Each bombardment point delivered. He did not choose to deliver any close air support on that, so we won't get that one. We're looking at a -1. Insurgency unit included in the attack? Yes, that'll negate it. That'll be a 3-to-1 attack with no die roll modifiers. We'll keep our die like this and let you know what the vlog result was. I got to go back and do a bunch of stuff on Vassal, but we'll be back. Unmodified die roll of a 4. There you go. My luck didn't stick with me on that one, but let's see what we got here. 4. All right. Well, he got the result he was looking for with all those column shifts. My units will take a step loss and have to retreat 2 hexes. Ooh, that's a 3. Let's go here. 4. It's the same thing, I think. Yeah. Same thing. Don't change till 5. You would have got a 5. You would have been in love and life. Let me see how I'm going to do it. I don't want to eliminate no units because that'll give him a victory point. So the regular unit, the Misa unit, will have to take the step loss. And my boys will have to retreat, but that is a big victory. Something he's been looking for since the beginning of the game is to get these units out of the way so he can bring in reinforcements. He ain't there yet. He's got one more attack. We'll see that. Alright, sorry about that. I have to clean up my memory, but like I said, we'll see how this last attack goes. And when we come back, I'll have to retreat my units. Be right back. Alright. I chose to retreat my units back this way, and I was mistaken. That CMA Special Forces unit is not step loss, so he's still at full strength. I applied the step loss to the other unit, though, so I did not eliminate no units. We'll see if he wants to pursuit. If he does, it'll have to be with a regular unit. Let me see if he's got one down here. Yeah, he does. So we'll see what goes on with his pursuit, or if he just stays where he's at. Post-combat. Be back. All right, then. Major victory for the FSLN as they clear the Contra's zone of control from their reinforcement hex. They still got one battle to go. Well, they got a couple battles going on there, but yeah, that was a really good battle. That 4 was a good die roll, but they had a lot of modifiers. As a matter of fact, the only unit that didn't participate in the battle, because he's got to soak off on this attack here, remained in the hex, and he's moved all of his units, artillery, engineers, regular unit, and insurgency unit into this hex, and it's got a high D gunship battalion sitting there with still another activation left. Oh, let me see here. All right, well, we might call this a video, and when we come back, because it's getting kind of long, we'll continue on with the offensive FSLN. If this attack succeeds, then they will, let's say I can counterattack, they'll be looking at a bunch of reinforcements. And definitely. All right, sorry about that. We'll put all these clips together and call it a video. When we come back, the following attacks, or the remaining attacks of the Turn 4 FSLN offensive. And like I said, come back and see what the results of the battle were. It's a great game, and we'll be back with some more Central America.